So far, it's been a trifecta for J. Michael Kelly in the Graham Trucking with qualifying, the dash
2014 HAPO Columbia Cup.
Not a bad
17 Hour Gang Racing, Jeff Bernard.
A little bit of drama down here. Kip Brown has not been able to get the 96 up.
Uh-oh.
He is away from the dock.
7
probably
Graham Trucking
75, 80 yards off
Cal
the dock.
Phipps.
But the candle is not lit in the 96 right now.
You can hear it clicking. I'm standing right near the
9
position on
Les
the upper end of the dock.
Dot.
You can hear him clicking, trying to get
Jon
lit.
Zimmerman.
Yeah, that's the igniter, if that's what you're hearing.
Yep,
if that's what you're hearing, that's not a good thing.
Well, at the top end of the course, you can see
The 12, Mr.
9
Julio,
Leschwab Tires
Greg
Team
Hop.
Red Dot, Jon Zimmerman, and looks like Cal Phipps behind him. Actually, the 9 cut across the infield.
Yep. So this is that first part of the starting procedure where you've got to come across start-finish line one time at speed before the start. And you got 3 boats that are checking that box right now. Jon Zimmerman comes down here. He's the first boat down here on the first of our warm-up laps in the 5-minute period. He turns and looks right at Tony.
22,
And he's taking it nice and slow. He's getting his timing all
Mike
set
Webster.
up. And I just took a look through the infield there. I believe that was Bernard that made his way through.
Yep.
And now coming around the apex of turn 1 into turn 2, it will be the 7, Graham Trucking 2, Cal Phipps.
There is absolutely no life out of the 96.
No, and he's starting to drift down towards the bridge, but he's still trying to get it lit. You still hear that igniter clicking away.
That's got to be a moment of panic, sheer panic in there, not able to get it lit. Across the start-finish line, the 22, Mike Webster, Ranch and Home presents Payne West Insurance. Zimmerman cut across the infield in the 9, Leschwab Tire Team Red Dot, and he'll cut across the infield to the backstretch again.
Sounds like there may be some life in the 96.
17 with Jeff Bernard, Our Gang Racing, across the start-finish line now and backing off the throttle.
Now he has to be on the course and at speed in 1 minute, correct?
That's correct. And he has popped the lid. He's done.
Yep, he's done. So it did not start for Kip Brown in the 96.
That's a shame.
203. 203 to the start. We'll work with the 5 we've got on the water. You got to like the positioning and the, at least on paper, the look of Jon Zimmerman as he comes down the front straightaway here. And he'll come down here and find Jeff Bernard already down here. But you got to like that boat and this one. But boy, then there's a couple of boats, a number of them that are very tightly bunched speed-wise. This could be a very competitive race. It may not be out front, but we might have some good racing here. And these guys are fighting for points at 1:35.
And Zimmerman down the front stretch, and it looks like he's chasing right now Mike Webster, and then Cal Phipps out front as they reach turn number 1.
Too slow.
Now what's Jeff Bernard going to do? 1:24, and he's running up the back chute.
Way up the backstretch. He's got to make a move somehow here. And following right behind him is Cal Phipps in the Graham Trucking.
I think Jeff Bernard wants that lane. I don't know that he's going to make a move.
He's still got over a minute.
7, 6, 5.
And not enough real estate.
It's exactly what we were talking about this way. Now he's going to go. I think he threw in the tunnel.
Yep, he put his foot in it. He's coming across the infield. He's going to have to catch the field.
Now he's going to have to hustle. He can come down the front side here. He'll cut the course again to the backside. It's going to bring him up behind everybody, and he'll have to put himself on the outside. But I don't think he's got enough time to catch up to everybody. Well, maybe he can. So here he sits with 40 seconds. You got him, Michael. Set him up.
Well, Cal Phipps is holding on to lane number 1 on the backstretch. Jon Zimmerman it looks like Zimmerman may be inside of him if he yields that corner as they get up to the entrance pin to turn number 3. Looks like Zimmerman will have the inside lane. Well, Zimmerman's going to take lane number 2. Cal Phipps will be your inside boat in lane number 1 at the top end of the course. Zimmerman in lane number 2. And in lane number 3, it's going to be the Peters and May. And Julio with Greg Hop in lane number 4. And really coming around the corner, Jeff Bernard hitting it hard in the 22. Check that. In the 17 Hour Gang Racing. And it looked like the first 2 boats, Hop and Zimmerman, jumped the gun on the start.
We'll call them as they are on the water, but it is going to be Jon Zimmerman getting down here with Cal Phipps just to his left on the inside. The guy with a lot of boat speed is Jeff Bernard on the far outside. Coming to you, Tony.
And it is the 7 boat, and it is Graham Trucking. Cutting it short, but he's right there with the 9 boat, and they both go through the exit pin at the same time. And you're right, it is the 17 boat as the Our Gang Racing. Jeff Bernard making a real strong pitch for it.
Now Bernard on the outside. Trying to catch up, but Zimmerman's in the lead. Cal Phipps in second place in lane number 1. Zimmerman in lane number 2. Peterson May falling back just a little bit with Mike Webster.
The start is good. The start is good.
Boy, that sure was close. Glad to hear that from the officials. So Zimmerman was clean at the start. Cal Phipps in second place right now on the inside lane number 1 as they come out the exit pin of turn number 4. Zimmerman gets that left Swanson up in the air. A lot of air under the boat. Less than a half from Rooster Tail back is Cal Phipps in the Graham Trucking 2.
1 down, 2 to go. It's Jon Zimmerman driving the 9, and he's got a lot of air underneath it as he comes down the front straightaway. He's opening up water on Cal Phipps, who's still behind him, but he's on the inside, still on the inside lane. Zimmerman hasn't closed the door on him yet.
And he's walking across the top of those rollers. Another big hit. Oh, and he goes left side, right side, and he gets himself up in the air a bit and slowed him down. Here comes Cal Phipps in the 7-1 Rooster Tail behind.
Yeah, it's Zimmerman out in front. And a nice job after the big rollover, the flip up in Detroit to get that boat back in racing condition. And it looks fantastic out on the water. That's the 9 Les Schwab Tires Team Red Dot with Jon Zimmerman in first place. Now opening up more than a Rooster Tail lead over Cal Phipps. Phipps in the Graham Trucking 2, the 7th in second place. Third place is Bernard right now. He had that slow start. He had to cut across the infield, but he did catch the field. He's holding on to third. In fourth place, it's Mike Webster in the 22. Zimmerman across the start-finish line. We'll get a lap speed for you in the 9 Les Schwab Tires. Red Dot, 143.013 miles per hour, and he's opening up a bigger lead now as Phipps slowed down on the front stretch.
Look at this race for second. It is Mike Webster. He is pulled on the inside, and he's going to be ahead of Cal Phipps. Webster is going to get down here. He is in second place, 3 wide. Coming to you, Tony.
And that's exactly what it is. Deck to deck to deck as everybody swings a bit wide except Mike Webster. Webster pulls it in. The 22 has got second place to himself right now, but a lot of speed on the outside. Here come the 2 other boats.
So Webster in second place and a 3-boat race for second place. Webster is leading. He's inside of Cal Phipps and Bernard. Can he hold on to that second place finish? Zimmerman, top end of the course, into turn number 3. Coming around into turn number 4 at our 4-corner super speedway. A little bit of rough water, gets it high up into the air, holds on to it in lane number 2 at the exit pin. Zimmerman onto the front stretch in the 9. Les Schwab Tires Team Red Dot will take the checkered flag in Heat 1B. Brought to you by Atomic Screen Print and Embroidery. Now second place, it's Webster holding off Cal Phipps. Webster's going to take second place in the 22. Ranch and Home presents Payne West Insurance. Third place will be Phipps in the Graham Trucking 2, and Bernard will finish in 4th place in the 17 Our Gang Racing.
Michael, I apologize. I am sorry. I stepped on you there. I apologize for that. I got so excited. Mike Webster came from 4th to 2nd in half a lap. Great race. They left the door open for him on the inside lane, and he said, if you guys aren't going to take it, I'm going to dive in there. I'm going to get around both of you, and it's exactly what he did.
Well, Phipps slowed down in that top end turn and ended up sliding out, and that allowed Webster to sneak inside and get that lane 1 and end up in second place.
And he was set up right here, too, for this rough water down in turn 2. He made it right through it as the other 2 were sliding out into the other lanes. He was able to cut it sharp and right out of the exit turn.
Nice job. That was a fantastic run. And